For decades, Sri Lanka's most vulnerable populations were excluded from policymaking, largely because they lacked political representation, especially in parliament. And unsurprisingly, these same people felt it most severely when Sri Lanka plunged into an unprecedented economic and political crisis in 2022. Old tricks were not going to create meaningful change, especially since people's trust in institutions was low. Sri Lanka needed transformative action, and Westminster Foundation for Democracy was ready to try something new. We brought together a group of unlikely people: MPs, political party members, media, civil society activists and researchers, and put them in one room.
I walked into a room of very diverse stakeholders, including my own political seniors, civil society leaders, people from the media, which made me feel kind of uneasy. And there were also people who I personally didn't see eye to eye with on socio-political issues. When you come from a very traditional party structure, when you are younger, your voice is heard less. So it was nice to walk into a space where everyone was treated like an equal, where your voice was heard, and you could have opinions that were perhaps even opposed to the party line, and that was all accepted. So I thought that was really great.
The group was formed on a simple principle. A collaborative and inclusive approach was essential to sustainable economic transformation. As the first step, WFD introduced a new methodology: participatory action research, or PAR.
So participatory action research, or PAR as we call it, is a qualitative research method that centers people with lived experiences on a specific issue in the research process. So it prioritizes the voices of marginalized groups and people and experiential knowledge in order to tackle challenges that were created as a result of broken, unequal and harmful systems. Our working hypothesis was because we recognize that the inclusion of these groups in the decision-making and policy-making space will not only strengthen the economic reform efforts themselves or the process itself, it will also help to rebuild trust in political institutions.
The strength of PAR for me, also as a researcher who's interested in understanding and studying power dynamics, inequalities, is this ability to sort of bridge different levels, different power dynamics. So for example, we had politicians, we had members of parliament from different political affiliations in the same room with us researchers, with activists, with media personnel. So obviously very different sort of points of views. Different causes that all of us are working towards, sometimes fighting towards with passion. PAR methodology helped us sort of identify those tensions, hone in those tensions and work and turn those tensions into something constructive, something more productive, and also something meaningful that we could study and engage with and make decisions on in a meaningful and in-depth, detailed way.
By fostering meaningful partnerships among key stakeholders and policymakers, WFD created a mechanism to embed diverse perspectives into Sri Lanka's policies for the long term. This approach allowed parliamentarians and civil society representatives to lead collaborative dialogues about how policies affect vulnerable populations, and to integrate those insights into institutional processes.
My perspective as the chairman of Committee on Public Finance, I had always wanted to bring stakeholders together to Parliament to understand and appreciate the issues that are or were being legislated. The issue really is, you can be critical from the outside, you can do so many things, but law is made in Parliament. I think a big win had been or continues to be the trust building between the MPs, the legislature and civil society organizations and others who are genuinely interested in the rebuilding of this country. What we wanted to create was a platform where those people and government and the MPs could meet together. CI has been able to sort of provide that platform to bring stakeholders together. So from my point of view, in terms of designing and developing policy, these guys have been, pretty useful in creating that space.
I think the human connections that were made beyond partisan lines, beyond personal opinions on pressing political issues, is what helps coalition building, is what helps bipartisanship, and is what eventually helps us solve the pressing issues that face humanity.
From crisis came collaboration, and from collaboration, change. Now a lasting mechanism has emerged, proof that when you bring the right people together, transformation is possible. The Coalition for Inclusive Impact, CII, is now an independent organization that will continue to embed inclusion at the heart of policymaking. And that is the key to better outcomes.